I remember when I wanted to buy the new Thunderbird car. I've been looking at them for ages, but when I finally decided to get one, they'd sold out. All gone through advanced orders. I was gutted. Then I heard of one for sale, 6 months old. 40 grand it was, 20 years ago, all American import. Well, call it fate, but I just knew I had to have it. I've been lucky in life for lots of reasons. I've always worked for myself, so if I ever wanted something, then I just had to put in the extra hours. You can't do that with a normal job. But I could, and so I worked the early hours every night for a month to get the balance of the money together. Then I told Barbara, that's the wife. I was blessed with her too. She was always there for me. Well, she didn't say a word, no huffing or puffing. Then she commented, haven't we got enough cars already? I had about 20 cars at the time. Well, I am a mechanic, so I was good at buying old bangers and fixing them up. And so I said to her, this one is something special. You see, I had to tell her because I was just a little short on the money. And the man selling it wouldn't give me any more time. Will it increase in value, she asked. No, I replied. In fact, it'll probably lose money, unlike the others I've got, which are always going up in value. That's why I had them. They were all an investment, like a pension, but one I could play with during my life and then realise when the rainy days eventually came. It's only a two-seater, she said. What's the use of that? That's something else, I said. There aren't the words to describe it. Then she went to the bank and got me the money for the balance. Just like that. Never quibbled. Trusted my judgment. I remember when it turned up, it was immaculate. Sleek lines, and it had a detachable hardtop already fitted. Well, what's the point of a soft top in this country when you only get the benefit for maybe a few days each year? Although it had those little porthole windows at the rear, one on each side. I hoped it wasn't going to rain that much. It was all about the style, though. I took it out for a spin. I knew where to safely take a car for a proper blowout. With its 4-litre engine, it held out at 155 miles per hour, no problem at all. And it drove steady at 85 miles per hour, giving about 34 mpg. It was a dream. Comfortable and warm, too. Oh, I knew she'd like it. I remember we had a trip planned up to Scotland to our caravan, and I suggested we went up in the Thunderbird. We never had much to take because we had so much up there already. Barbara nodded gently. I knew she was unconvinced, but she never questioned me, not once. We'd only got about 6 miles on the motorway, just passing Burtonwood, funnily enough, and she turned to me and said, I know why you bought this car now. It was a good purchase. That was my Barbara. It was funny how we met all those years ago. I'd been out with her sister during the day. No, not like that. She had a boyfriend who was with us all day. I was dropping her sister back home and she invited me in for coffee. There was Barbara. It was her 17th birthday and I sort of knew. And I knew she did as well. I've been sort of seeing someone from when I was at school, but nothing serious. I arranged to pick Barbara up and we drove to St. George's Plateau and parked up. We were going to an Ideal Homes exhibition. I know, for a first date. Well, I've always been a gentleman. I like to open and close the door for a lady. After I'd helped her out of the car and I'd locked up, she took my arm and off we went. She never let go of me the rest of the day, and that was that. I was blessed to have someone to love and to be loved back. You don't see much of that nowadays. It's all a bit too distant for my liking, jumping into bed before jumping out in someone else's. It's all a bit too instant for my liking, jumping into bed before jumping out and into someone else's. Not back then. Call me old-fashioned, but that's how it was. We courted for 5.5 years, went on holiday with her family and on our own together. Always separate rooms, though. That's how it was. We had a real friendship. We respected each other. And then when we married, well, the other things came with it too. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the sex, but that doesn't last forever. What we had was something deeper that brought us together, held us together. A real blessing. I lost her last year, but if I'm honest, I'd lost her a few years back, when her mind began to go. But I looked after her through all of that, just like she always looked after me. And we'd still take off in the Thunderbird up to Scotland for a week or so, just her and me. The good old days. I got rid of all the other cars like I'd planned to, but not the Thunderbird. I still take it out every now and again. It's so graceful and holds so many memories. Yeah, I've been lucky in life, me. But the most important thing was my wife, my Barbara. I was blessed. She was always there for me, each and every day.